What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. So today I came across this particular article about a famous actor that most of us grew up on. Jaleel White, Steve Urkel. You guys remember him on Family Matters. And Tiffany Brockworth decided to put up this particular post, not necessarily because this brother is saying anything about the black community. He's not discussing anything wrong with black women. He's always been quiet on the issue. But of course, I've noticed that when you have black men such as this, what do you find people doing? You find them going, digging up their dating history and trying to, basically ask them why you're not dating a black woman. Now, let me just say this. As a person that is from the pro-black community, I am a pro-black. I am an extreme pro-black. All right? I agree with dating somebody from the community, but everybody don't think like me. I'm not the kind of person that is going to say, you need to do this or that. Now, if you're that kind of person talking about the black community, you're talking about, you got to go date somebody else, then I'm going to start clapping black because I'm going to point to you about Jeezy. I'm going to point to you about Diddy. I'm going to point to you about a different myriad of black men that's getting dogged out. And I'm definitely not saying Diddy getting dogged out, but they experiencing the same, if not worse, dating somebody else. But if you're a black man and your preference is for somebody non-black and you're not really saying anything about the black community, you just living your life, I have no problem with you. And in my honest opinion, that's Jaleel White. Firstly, because he has not been successful since Family Matters. All right? Nobody even cares about Jaleel White. But again, when you don't want to, date a black woman, then they got to go up and they got to dig up your history. Okay? Now, let's kind of go and look at his dating history according to them. So they're talking about he's seen at this restaurant with his newest girlfriend, this white lady in this white jacket. That's him. Okay. Then that's them on the bottom. Then that's him and her holding hands. Okay. This is him and them holding hands with somebody else. Okay. At a red carpet event. That's them again. Then they're also showing, like Christine Lakin, somebody he had before. This is somebody else he had before and all of that. All right. My question is to the ladies that will have a problem with this. Would you really want to date a guy like Steve Urkel? I mean, look at this guy. All right. Not saying nothing wrong with him. Not saying that he's not, a good looking to a woman. But this seems to be the kind of guy that a lot of sisters in Black America, and I'm not trying to make them one-sided or make one size fit all. But we're going to be honest here. Sometimes brothers might not have the swag that y'all are looking for. We're going to be real. Okay? We don't know why the brother is going this route. You'd be surprised why black men like him go that route. I'm not making an excuse, but we don't know. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why I might feel like that. Oh, he's too nice. He's soft-spoken. Not to say that black women don't like such men, because they do. But at the same time, me who has lived in Europe, me who has, went to PWI, the more you go up in these scenarios, the less black women that you see. Okay? And then the more certain sisters could feel like you might be a little corny. This is not every sister. But the more you going up in the industry and things like this, you're going to have white women being more competitive towards you. Do you know, as a black man, for you to be able to deal with a black woman, you really have to be intentional about being around black people. Like being in black YouTube. Like living in Africa. Or living in St. Louis. Or living in Philadelphia. Going to the black church. You have to be real intentional about wanting to work with black people and wanting to work with the black community. Not every black man is going to think like that. And I'm going to tell you why. Gonna be honest, we don't really give them the incentive. Now, Brother George, had he be on this call today or on this podcast, He will say it's the black man that needs to take the incentive himself. It's his community. He needs to create what he wants to see. I don't disagree with that. He's right. But we gotta understand that cleaning up your people, dealing with the problems that you have with your people, the problems that black women got with black men are vice versa. Not everybody is cut out to do that. And I'm not trying to say every black person is problematic. I'm not trying to say that. And of course, a successful black man can get black women. But what I'm saying is not everybody is built the same way. And it is upon certain black women to put themselves out there. Don't castigate me when I say this, but just like you put yourself out there for the job and for the school, you also got to put yourself out there for men. And I'm gonna tell you why you got to do it. Because for the most part, a man don't have to do that. He gonna deal with what's coming his way. A successful man, and I've lived on almost every continent now. I've been on almost every continent, but I've lived on 3. I've lived in Africa, I lived in Europe, I lived in America. It all works the same way. When you are successful, women are gonna find you, and they're not always gonna be black. You get lazy. Sisters not coming your way, they're not jumping out there, they're not at your cocktail parties. Well, what are you gonna do if you're a black man like that? What are you gonna do? Quite naturally, you're gonna go the other way. Then what they're gonna say is, well, you know what? Well, you don't have a black woman. Something wrong with you. Why don't you have it? You know, you out here selling out. And then you can say what you want to say, because that's how the people in the pro-black community will talk about it. But you're gonna have a lot of black men that's gonna be like, look, I like where I'm at right now. What your problem is? I don't have no problem where I'm at right now. This is okay for me. And I'm an equal opportunity employer. And I used to always hear, well, as long as you not talking about black women, I don't have no problem with it. That's what they say. But it's a lot of black women that have a problem with black men that deal with non-black women without taking any accountability of trying to put yourself in the position to be around a black man that is a provider, a black man that does want to have a long-term relationship. There's so many black men out there that are good, decent black men, not flashy, want to be husbands, want to be fathers, okay? They want this for themselves. They want to be with black women, right? Don't have a problem with being with black women, would prefer that. Then you see sisters who don't put themselves in a situation where they can even encounter such guys. Feeling like a man is gonna, come in encounter you or be wherever you at. And like I said, you can think that way, but the higher a guy is doing, he don't have to come your way. And that's not being mean. The better a dude is doing, he ain't gotta come your way. He wake up in the morning and they're already his way. Okay? Already his way. He doesn't have to go out there and search for you. Okay? Now you might be like, well, I'm beautiful. He need to come and search my way. Hey, listen, I get it. I don't begrudge you. I honestly can see that. But at the same time, when you're gonna have a man out there that's a provider, and a lot of men don't have to get married and they're not getting married as much, well, then what do you think is going to happen? Women are going to be after these guys. So it behooves sisters to also be a little competitive too. Again, I know y'all don't like it, but it's the truth. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you do. I'm out.